Students, our next poem is by Carolyn Wells, How to Tell Wild Animals. My previous video was on A Tiger in the Zoo by Leslie Norris. Again, we are discussing about wild animals. But this poem is very, very humorous. In fact, you will enjoy it while reading the poem. And to be honest, as many times I have read this poem, I have not, I cannot control a smile playing on my lips. So let's see what this poem is all about. Very simple language, very simple poem. Okay, let's see what this poem is telling. If ever, now basically this poem is telling that when a person goes to the forest or when a person goes to the jungle and the person is not knowing which animal the person is facing or the name of the animal he is encountering, then the poet, this Carolyn Wells, tells you that how you are going to identify that animal and what you should be aware about. So let's see what the poet says. If you should go by chance to jungles in the east, that is if you are going to the jungles in the east, and if there should you advance a large and tawny beast, that is a golden brown color animal, beast is animal. If he roars at you and you are dying, you will know it is Asian lion. So he says if you are going to the jungles of the east and if you meet a tawny beast and if the animal roars at you and the roar is so ferocious that you die hearing the sound of the roar, then remember you have encountered Asian lion. Second stanza. Or if sometime when roaming around a noble wild beast greets you with black stripes on a yellow ground, just notice if it eats you. This simple rule may help you learn the Bengal tiger to discern. So second stanza he says that if you are going about and if you meet a noble beast which has got a golden skin and which has got black stripes on it and simply comes and eats you, then you should understand that it is the Royal Bengal tiger which you have encountered. The third stanza, if strolling forth, if you are still moving ahead in the forest, a beast you view whose hide had spots is peppered, that is there is an animal the skin of which has got black spots like the peppered is black pepper, so the skin is full of black spots. As soon as he has leapt on you, you will know it is leopard. The moment this animal, the skin with peppered spot, jumps on you, you will know that it is none other animal than a leopard. It will do no good to roar with pen, he will only lap and lap. So this poet is telling that whatever you do, however hard you try to escape out of this animal, is not going to help you. It's going to jump on you and kill you. There's no point crying out of pain. So when we see an animal whose skin is spotted with black spots, it's called as pepper, we have encountered the animal which is leopard. The next stanza, if when you are walking around your yard, that is a backyard somewhere, you are moving around or maybe in the forest, you meet a creature there and you don't know the name, you are meeting one creature who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it is bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more kiss. This is the lovely part of the thing, students, and this is how we get one phrase in English. We call it as bear hug. So he says, if you are walking or if you are moving in the jungle or in the backyard or in the yard, and if you meet a creature, and this creature, what does it do? It gives you a hug. And then you remember that is none other than bear. Okay? If you still have a doubt, the poet says it's going to give you a second hug, and this is going to really kill you. So because it is known that the bears are known to kill the prey by hugging them tightly, so this is what is called as bear hug, and we use it when you hug any person very tightly. We call it as don't give me a bear hug. Okay? So next stanza we have, though to distinguish beast of prey a novice might not play. Students, this sentence please pay attention. A novice might not play. A novice might not play is the sentence which Question also comes very frequently on this, and students are very confused. Okay, now what is the meaning of this? Novice means new, might is may, non plus is not able to understand. So what the second sentence means, that when a new person, a novel person, a person who is not aware about anything, may not be able to understand which animal is what. Okay, so though to distinguish beast of prey, a novice might non plus means a new person may not be able to distinguish. The crocodile you always may tell from hyena thus. Hyenas come with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. So when a new person is going to the forest and is not able to distinguish between the animals which he see, then the guideline is that, or the hint is, if you see the animal is having tears in the eyes while eating the prey, then that animal is crocodile. And if you find the animal is laughing while eating the prey, then this animal is none other than hyena. So I hope it is clear, because this stanza, many students have got the problem and the doubt in a novice might non plus. So novice might non plus, once again I explain, it is a new person who is not able to identify the animal, or a new person who is not able to know which animal he is encountered, or a new person who is not able to clearly know about the animals or is confused. For them the guidelines are, if he spots the animal who has tears in the eyes, that means he has spotted the crocodile. And if he spots the animal who laughs while eating the prey, then it is none other than hyena. So and this question also comes, so this very important question comes over there, how can you distinguish a crocodile from a hyena? So the answer is very easy. The crocodile weeps while eating the prey, the hyena smiles while eating the prey. Then the last stanza, a true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing, he hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. And if there is nothing on the tree, it's chameleon you see. So that is how the poem is ending. So what is the poet telling in the last paragraph is that if you see nothing on the tree, okay, then be sure that you have seen a chameleon. Now what is a chameleon? Chameleon is a lizard-like animal, and it has no ears and it has a single wing. Okay, it has no ears as well as a single wing, and you very well know, it camouflages with the surrounding. Hence we are not able to spot them. That's the reason the poet says that if you are not able to see anything in the tree, then be sure that you have seen a chameleon. So student, this is the last stanza of the poem. So let's quickly take a recap. So what he is telling in the first, that if you see a tawny beast in the forest, in the jungle of the east, and the roar is so ferocious that it's killing you, then you be sure that you have met a Asian lion. The next he says, if you meet a noble beast which has got black stripes on the golden skin and has it started eating you, then you should be sure that you have met a Royal Bengal tiger. The third stanza, he is talking about the animal which has got peppered skin and it has got jumped on you, and there's no point crying with pain or complaining of pain, because it's going to jump on you till it finishes you or kills you. The next stanza he says, if you're walking in the yard and you spot an animal which comes and gives you a hug, and then if you're still in a doubt, go for a second hug, and then it knows how to kill you. That is called as bear hug, and you are finished. Then the next stanza, which is very interesting, and then I told you also, the sentence, a novice might non plus. If a new person is not able to know, is still confused, not able to distinguish, the hint for them is, if you find an animal who is crying or tears are rolling down the eyes while eating the prey, that animal is crocodile. And from here the phrase comes, those were the crocodile tears. We say, don't show your crocodile tears. So this is nothing but the false tears. And if you see an animal who is laughing while eating the prey, it's none other than hyena. So last stanza he says that he's talking about a small lizard-like animal which is chameleon, and then he says that this is a lizard-like animal which has no ears and wings, not even a single wing, and if you find nothing on the tree, then be sure that you have spotted a chameleon. So this is how the poem ends. A very nice, humorous, funny poem in which the poet, that is Carolyn Wells, is telling about various peculiarities and characteristics of the animal. The question which you are going to do on this poem is, first of all, you are going to write down the summary. We have 3 and 3, 6 stanzas. So you are going to write the summary of the 6 stanzas. Then you are going to write down the name of all the animals which I mentioned. So we have 7 animals. Number 1, Asian lion, Bengal tiger, leopard, bear, crocodile, hyena and chameleon. So after writing the name of the animals, please write down the characteristics of the animals, and then few questions which I'll be putting up on the slide. You need to answer those questions.